Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Roxanne with Baker's Acres Homestead, and we are out here in the garden. And I was just out here. I love to come out here in the evening. It's evening time here, and the sun's getting ready to set, and everything's just shutting down for the day. And I just love to come out here and just walk around the garden and see how things are doing, and just worship and pray and be thankful for what God's doing here, and just really reflect on some things. And so I thought I'd share a few thoughts with you guys and share my garden, give you a little update. So one of the things that I was reflecting on today as I was walking around my garden was the fact that God has shown me so much patience in this garden. Like when we first put this garden in, there was so much rain at the beginning, and it was cold. It wasn't really warming up, and it took a while for it to get warm and everything, and it was just really slow going. The garden really wasn't taking off much, and everything was just taking a long time to really grow and take off, and I was just I was pretty impatient. I was just ready for the garden to just start growing, and I wanted to see stuff taking off and getting big and just putting flowers on, and it just wasn't happening. And God has just shown me that I just need to have patience, and I need to just wait and listen to His timing. And He's shown me faith that, you know, if I just trust in Him and rely on Him, that everything will be all right. That He will provide. That things will happen for me, and that's what He's shown me in this garden. You know, I was so impatient, and I just wanted my timing, and I just wanted things to happen the way that I wanted to, and I forgot to give it over to Him and to really trust Him, and really just focus on the beauty of the garden and the stage that it was in, and to really think about what God was doing there, and to really have faith that He was going to provide, that it was going to happen, that I didn't have to worry, that I could rely on Him and just trust that He knew what He was doing and that it was His timing. And He's just shown me that. He's shown me to just have peace, and to just to rely on Him, to have patience, to have faith. And when the garden did start taking off, and I did start seeing everything start just growing and bushing out and getting flowers, and then there's fruit that's actually setting on stuff, and I'm starting to harvest little bits here and there, that was just reassurance that everything is gonna be okay, that this garden is gonna produce, that this garden is gonna take off, and that God is here. He's here, and He's doing what He promised. He's giving me my heart's desires and what I wanted in this garden. I just had to wait for His timing. I had to be patient and just rely on Him and know that He was going to be here when the time was right. And isn't that so true in our lives as well? You know, we want things in our time. We want things to happen now. We want things to we just want to take control of things sometimes, and God's out there saying, no, wait, I have something better. Just wait for my timing. Just wait, I will be there, I promise. Just wait for me. And He wants us to have patience. He wants us to rely on Him. He wants us to have faith and to know that He is good and that He is going to be there for us. But yeah, I just had those thoughts, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So I wanted to share my garden with you, give you a little update. So let me show you some of the things that's going on here. So here are my Bonnie Best canning tomatoes, and as you can see, they are really taking off. This little beauty here is like coming out of her tomato cages. She's got all kinds of flowers on her. I don't think this one has any fruit set yet, but as you can see, all the flowers is really close to having fruit. And this one with all the flowers, I mean, these things are just loaded with flowers. So I'm gonna have all kinds of fruit before too long on these tomatoes. This one here, over here, I know this one has a couple of tomatoes already. There's one in there. See that beauty? And one little one over there. And flowers everywhere. Flowers on this one. It's just amazing. I just love it. I love it, love it, love it. I love seeing all this starting to come together. Like I said, it wasn't my timing. It's not when I thought it should happen. This was God's timing and God's work. This was His handiwork. And then my green beans. These are bush beans. And I have a few in here that are growing. There's some little bitty ones. There's some little babies. Oh, here we go. Here's one here. And I might go ahead and pick that one. It's just starting to fill out with the beans in it. It's not too big and lanky yet, not too fat. That's kind of how I like them, just like that. They get too big and they start to, I don't know, the taste starts to get a little funky for me. So I like them a little bit younger like that. Let's check and see if we've got any more in here. Oh, there's one right there. I think I'll go ahead and pick that one too. So I've got a couple of them so far. You guys see those? A couple of green beans so far. And I was looking out here earlier before I hopped on here, and I know this one has a couple ready that I want to pick. So let's see. Here's one. That's a really good size one. Can you see that? There, that one. That one's really good. I really like that size. And let's see. I'll let that one stay on a little longer. I'll pick this one here. Oh, here's some on this side. One there. Go ahead and pick that one. There's one here that I'll go ahead and pick. There's another one. I don't think there was any on this one that are ready yet when I was checking. Oh, there's one ready on this one. I see it. Here it is. It's green bean. Let's see. Is there any others in here? No, I don't think so. Here's what I got off of those green beans. Let me check this plant here. There may be some more on some of these others. Oh yeah, there's one right there. That one's pretty good size. There's another one there, right here. It's not quite ready yet. I'll let it grow a little longer. There's another one on this side. I think I'll go ahead and pick that one as well. That one looks about right. And here's another plant. The bush beans are kind of sparse. They didn't all come up when I planted them. But last year we didn't get any of our bush beans. Didn't do anything, so having what we had this year is pretty good. I was pretty happy with it, considering that last year it really didn't do much. So yeah, I'm pretty happy to see what we've got in our bush beans this year. Yeah, like I was saying, they were pretty sparse last year. They didn't really do much. They didn't really produce. I mean, well, they didn't grow. We had like maybe one or two that popped up, but they didn't amount to anything. They didn't keep growing or anything. They just kind of died off. So even though they're sparse and there's just a few of them there, it's still really exciting to see them, because like I said, last year they just weren't. They just didn't do anything. And yeah, I got that off tonight. Pretty exciting. And here are our kajaris, which are doing absolutely amazing. I just love this kajari melon. It's so pretty. Like, the color and the flesh inside of these kajaris is absolutely delicious. We think it's we think the fruit, the kajari fruit, is like a cross between a cantaloupe and a honeydew melon. It tastes really sweet. It's really good. It's almost like candy. That's how we think of it. It tastes like a candy, which we think of fruit as nature's candy anyways, but it's really good. It's a really good melon, and if you haven't tried it yet, I really do recommend it. It's really a neat melon. And we are growing it up a trellis, as you can see, so that when the fruit sets, it will hang instead of be laying on the ground. And what you do is you just, as it grows, you just keep training it to go up instead of down like it wants to. Just keep telling it to go. Say, no, you can't go down. You gotta go up. And so I just keep coming out here and putting all the little vines on as it grows. And it's got these little tassels, if you can see. These little things here. See, this one is wrapped around. And these little things will grab on and start climbing as you set them up there. Like this one has grabbed on here, and then this one is grabbed on right there. So yeah, they're really going. They've got all kinds of flowers. Oh, and look here. I just saw this. There's a little baby kajari right there. Can you guys see that? Little baby kajari. So that's exciting. The kajaris are really taking off. That's really exciting. Yeah, we were introduced to the kajaris last year. We grew our first bunch of kajaris last year, and we really liked them. We really enjoy them. They're really a neat fruit. So we decided that we'd try to grow them every year. And here's my okra. This is the Clemson spineless. It's really taking off, and I see a couple here that need to be picked. This one's getting pretty big. Hopefully it's not too woody. It doesn't feel like it. And there's another one that's getting pretty big right there. There's another one over there that needs picked. And there's one over here. Oh my goodness. Another one. And this one is getting really big. And then there's one here that needs picked. Wow. You guys, it's just awesome. Isn't that amazing? It's like, you know, you go a day of not picking your okra, and then the next day you come back and it's just humongous. It's just, it grows so stinking fast. You really have to keep up with it and stay on top of it, or it'll really get away from you. So let's go on and show some other things before it gets too dark out here, because it's really starting to get a little dark. So let's see. I have my pickling cucumbers are really taking off. They're really starting to vine out and grow pretty big amongst all these weeds. And there's celery, pink celery, and some Dad's Yellow Sunset tomatoes, which I can see some flowers starting to set on this one, so that's pretty exciting. And here is a whole bunch of kale that I probably need to come out and harvest and do something with. It's been growing like weeds. Every time I come out and harvest them and pick some to eat with a meal or just snack on or whatever, the next day it's already grown more leaves back. So it's doing exceptionally well right now. And if we have an abundance of it and we can't keep up with it, then we have the chickens. We can give it to the chickens. They'll really enjoy it as a snack. Some peppers, more tomatoes and peppers over here. This is a volunteer pole bean growing here. It's trying to wrap around my pepper plant. I probably need to get a pole or something, stick it in the ground here for it to grow up. Tomatoes starting to set flowers. Oh, here's some more pickling cucumbers that are really doing really well. Look at their big, huge leaves. Those are amazing. I was really worried about these because they looked like this at first. All this bad leaves and discoloring and stuff on them, and they're like really crunchy. But then I started spraying some neem oil on them, and I was spraying hydrogen peroxide solution, and they just, after that, they just really took off. They got healthy again, and it's doing really well. So I'm really happy with that. I must have done something right. Yeah, I was like that's one of those other things, you know, you just got to trust in God and know that everything's going to be all right. He's going to take care of it, because I was like really worried about him. I was like about ready to, you know, call them done, because I really thought that they weren't going to do very well with the way that they were looking. But, you know, I sprayed that stuff on them and just kind of babied them there for a while, and they've just really taken off. And here I have, oh, here's some sweet potatoes. They're really starting to vine out and take off. And here is my banana peppers. And I believe I have one that I can pick. It's got one here that's growing, and all kinds of flowers, and flowers on that one, and it has one here, and this one has one that I am going to pick today. There you go. I probably could have let that one go a little bit longer, but it's been on there for quite a while now, so I thought I'd just go ahead and pick it, because it's a pretty good size. Here we have squash that I thought wasn't going to make it. I'm not sure about this one. It's still looking pretty rough. But this one over here looked like that one at first. And like with the cucumbers, I did the same thing. I sprayed the neem oil and the hydrogen peroxide solution, and it has just really come out of whatever was going on, and it's really starting to take off really well. It's got all kinds of flowers in there and good, pretty leaves, and I see a little stinker squash bug that needs to be squished. I don't really like squashing them by hand, so I will try to put him down and squish him on the ground, because I really just, I don't know. I don't like squashing by hand. Sometimes I'll wear gloves out here. I'll wear gloves and squash them, because I just don't enjoy squashing them with my hands. It feels icky, and they stink, make my hands stink, and yeah, so I'll either just set them on the ground and squish them with a stick or something, or I'll wear gloves and just braid it and squish them that way. But either way, I make it work and take care of them. So we were having a really bad squash bug problem, but I've been out here every day squashing them and picking them off and smushing them and killing the eggs, squishing the eggs and everything. And so they're really not that bad anymore. Most of the time when I come out now, I only find like 1 or 2 of them that I've got to take care of. So yeah, I think we're catching up to them and taking care of that problem. So it's getting dark out here, and I'm really losing light. So let's hurry up with this tour, okay? Here are my cantaloupes, and they're all growing and getting lots of flowers. And we do have some baby cantaloupes. I'm not sure where they're at right now. And like I said, I'm losing light, so I don't really have time to try to find them. But these are doing well. They're growing and have flowers, and they're going to grow up a trellis as well, just like the Kajaris. And last year, none of our cantaloupes came up. Not a single one of them. We planted them by seed, and they just never germinated. I don't know. The whole bed was just bare. So, but this year we've got all of them doing well that we planted. So that's exciting. And over here we have, oh, I forget what that one is. Pink bumblebee tomatoes, and a squash that's doing well. She's really growing and taking off. This one I planted from seed out here in the garden. The other ones I started from seed inside and then transplanted them. But this one I planted from seed in the garden, and it grew and germinated, and it never once had any issues or anything. It's been good since it came up. So yeah, and here I have pink bumblebees, and I want to show you guys because I have lots and lots of flowers on these. Tons of flowers. These are doing absolutely amazing, but I also have tons and tons of little fruits starting to set on this plant, on these plants as well. Here's some more. 1, 2, 3 right there. There's a 4th one on this one. There may be some more. Oh, yep, there's one. 5 and 6. And over here we have a couple of little ones here. One there and one there. Probably some other ones too that I just can't see. Oh, yep, here. One here and one here. And they're just popping up everywhere. I'm so excited. These were my first tomatoes. My first tomato plants to set fruit. And so I've been really excited for them. So I'm excited to see them start changing colors and getting ripe. They'll probably be my first ones to become ripe. They set fruit long before any of my others and had flowers long before any of my others. So that's exciting. Really, really exciting. Over here we have some watermelons. I have some other watermelons over on the other side of the garden by my canning tomatoes and all of my watermelon plants. Just like some of my other things in the garden, I almost just, wrote them off because they really wasn't doing well. They had bad leaves, they looked terrible, they weren't growing, but God said, nope, just wait, just wait. He was showing me patience and reliance and just, making me see that he's got this and in his timing. But they pulled through, they came out of it, and they've got vines, like especially my ones over there on the other side. I didn't show you guys, I kind of passed those up, but they've got vines just growing everywhere and flowers setting on them. I just love it. It's so amazing to see that happening. Anyways, here I have some poblano peppers and jalapeno peppers, and I've already picked a jalapeno pepper off of this plant. It was probably about this big already. It's pretty amazing. And it's got another little bitty one here that's growing and a couple of flowers on it. So we should have a few more jalapenos on there before too long. And here's some more jalapenos. There's some other tomatoes over there. And here are my pole beans, which are doing awesome. Look at these guys. I cannot believe how awesome these are doing. We have at least one pole bean in each spot that we planted a seed. And look at this. They are just absolutely taking over this trellis. It is absolutely amazing. And I'm taking these they're little tassels as they grow up over the trellis, and I'm wrapping them around the top of the trellis like this so that they'll grow across as well. If this is any indication of the green beans we're going to have, we are going to absolutely be drowned in green beans. Oh no, I broke that one. Well, hopefully it'll continue to grow and do something. Darn it, that stinks. Well, we've got a whole bunch of them, so I'm sure one out of the many won't be missed too much. Let me wrap this one and try not to break it like I did that one. There we go. If this is any indication of the green beans that we're going to get this year, we are just going to be drowned in them, which, like I was saying, is not a problem at all because that means we can eat them and can them and preserve them for the winter, which is a good problem to have. Here's our corn, which our corn did nothing last year, and we really haven't been able to grow corn at all. So seeing all these stalks of corn is wonderful, but I'm a little worried that they might not get tall enough or that they might not produce anything because they are already starting to tassel. We've already got tassels on a few of them, and they're still tiny. They're not even as tall as I am. And this one's starting to get a tassel there. I'm only 5'2". So, let's see this one. It's a little bitty one, and it's already got a tassel. So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully they'll grow some ears of corn, even if they are short. We'll see. We'll see what happens, right? I don't know, I'm excited that they even grew that big. So, like I said, they never done anything other years, so just to see them even coming up and getting that big and growing tassels and being there is exciting. Promise that maybe we're doing something right in the garden, and the soil is becoming more nutrient dense and more oh, what's the words I'm looking for? More nutrient dense and more organic, has more organic material and stuff, so that the plants can really feed off of that and get good nutrients out of the soil and really grow. And corn is one of those that needs a lot of nutrients and feeds a lot, so it needs a good organic, nutrient dense soil with lots of organic material and stuff in it. So that being said, with it growing like it did this year, even if we don't really get any corn off of it, just seeing the plants growing the way that they are is exciting, because it just lets me know that maybe we're doing something right in our soil. So here's some sunflowers that are doing amazing. It's so cool to watch them turn from the east to the west during the day. So amazing. And there's some more squash. And here's some more tomatoes. And this one's I'm not sure what this kind is. They'll be surprise tomatoes, because they were just replacements that I just planted to fill in spots, and I don't remember what they were. So they'll be a surprise. We'll be surprised and see what they are. And it's already got some flower setting, so we should get some fruit pretty soon. And some more jalapenos and poblanos, and some more over here is some more peppers. These are a chocolate bell pepper. They're a dark brown color like chocolate, and those were a free gift from Baker Creek Seeds Company. When we ordered our seeds, that was one of our free seed packets that we got. So those were exciting. I'm really excited to really see how those do and how they look and taste and everything. I'm really excited for those. Those will be fun. And well, I guess that's about it, guys. I've probably missed a couple of things and left some things out, but it's starting to get dark, and I'm losing daylight, and so I guess we will just end it there, guys. Thanks for stopping by, and God bless until next time. So I'm back inside, guys, just because it's gotten too dark to really see anything outside anymore, and it's starting to lightning, so I don't know if a storm or something is blowing in. But anyways, I forgot to share a thought with you guys. First of all, let me just show you my harvest from the garden. So it's just a few handfuls of okra, and a handful of green beans, and one banana pepper, which is nice, you know, that we're getting that. At least we're getting something. But I just wanted to share that, you know, we're at that time of the year where we're not getting a bunch yet, and it's just a handful of things. It's really not enough to do anything with to feed a family of 5. So you know, you either just snack on it, which my kids absolutely love, snacking on the veggies out of the garden, or you freeze it and wait until you have more that you can do something with. But anyways, I just wanted to share that instead of being discouraged that it's just a little bit and I'm not getting a bunch right now, I remember that these are little blessings and promises from God of the big abundant blessings that are to come. You know, you have to start with that little bit, and you just start with a little bit, and then it grows and it grows and it grows, and then before you know it, you're just buried in it, and you've got so much, and you're canning and processing and just putting away and eating, and it's coming out of everywhere. But it's like our faith, you know, and our relationship with God. It starts out as a tiny seed that's planted in our hearts, and over time, as we baby that relationship and we study and follow God, our relationship and our faith just grows bigger and bigger and bigger until it's just bursting out the seams. So I just wanted to share that little thought with you guys. Well, thanks for watching, you guys, and God bless. Bye.